Hello and welcome to Head and Shoulders, where we cover athletes, performances, coaches, anything that is head and shoulders above the rest. And there's something I want to talk about. Before I get into today's content, like, comment, subscribe. We're getting to 10,000 subscribers. If you are here listening to this on the 21st of July, 2021, or slightly thereafter. But anyway, something I want to talk about and address today is that some people in the comment section say I don't cover certain events or I have a bias here or there. Personally, I don't really have a bias in the athletes because if anything, I have a bias for the athletes that I have met or know personally. And some of those athletes that I know personally, they didn't make the team and they just missed a spot, a couple of them and those. So I really don't have a bias there. But other ones would be if I met them, and quite a lot of the athletes that I met at some point and spoke to them for a while. Some of them I know their parents or whatever, or spoke to their parents. Those are the biases. But I just want to say one more thing, and then we get into the content, is that some of you all are saying, hey, I just favor Jamaicans or something. You know what I noticed? I'll put up events or something that has to do with, and most of my subscribers, the great majority of the subscribers are American. If I post up anything about America, do you know who gets the least views on those videos? It doesn't matter the title. I've played around with different ones with the analytics and stuff like that. I have the data here. The American-based ones, whether I cover the men's 100, some other men's events, with the exception of, I think, Dalilah Muhammad and Sydney McLaughlin. Those are the exceptions. I could cover shot put. I could cover the sprinters. I could cover specifically Allison Felix. That's one of my least viewed videos, which is actually surprising. I thought that would get more, but hey, all the views go toward anybody that I cover from Jamaica, and they are a sizable amount of my subscribers, but the vast majority, not even close, are Americans. So that tells me that everybody likes the Jamaican athletes. I mean, they just like those athletes better. So it's not me. And I make videos and people are saying, well, you have this. I literally talk on both sides, the positives and negatives. I make sure I do that on purpose because we have to give perspective here. So with that being said, here is going to be the positive side of Shericka Jackson that we're going to focus on in this video. So if you like the content, you like what I do, smash that subscribe button and turn on bell for all notifications so you can see the videos, because a lot of times you guys don't see them. And so just actually click my channel and look for the videos there, because I'm going to start pumping out more and more videos. I'm going to try to get out about 12 to 15 videos before the Olympics starts. So let's look at Shericka Jackson. Where did I look? I'm going blind. Here we go. Shericka Jackson. Let's go. I call her Action Jackson, Play Action Jackson. We hit the play action button so she could start getting them. Let's look at the progression that she has here. And yeah, that'll be that. But just one last thing. We got to say something here. Shh. To the people that are secretly hate watching this channel, that come and troll in the comment section, you looking over there looking real slimy and cruddy now, okay? You looking real suspect. Now, I'm going to say that for another video, but let's get back to Shericka Jackson here. Let's look at the progression in the 100. Look at how she does from 2011. She focused more, after that, she focused more on the 400. So that's where there's a big gap there. But if you look at the performances, 11:24 in 2017, getting faster, 2019, against the headwind, really, okay, against the headwind. And then obviously she was on the 4x1. Remember, 4x1. So even though our best time was 11:3, and it wasn't necessarily an improvement upon 2018, she did that. Now she came back, she pressed a play action button, play action in the semifinals, ran at 10:77. Now, this is her chances on whether she could actually win the 100 or medal in the 100 and 200. Okay. Now, a lot of people are saying, no, nobody could beat Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce. This is going to be the positives of it. I covered the negatives. I got a full roundup there. Now, the 200 performances. Let's see how she has improved steadily over time. Each year, typically going faster. There's a few exceptions like 2014 within that, but she has come here. I don't have to go over all the history, whether like that. That'll be a longer video. But now she's broken 22 seconds. And where is she at? She hit the play action button and said 21:82. 21:82. All right. She did that after some rounds. She did it after the rounds of the 100 as well. So let's get it there. Okay. She got that. Her performances in the in the 400 maybe is not at her best, but she also didn't she kind of stopped there. It's in May. Now I gotta look at her results to see what she's actually done after that. But suffice to say, she's probably a lot stronger in the 100 right now than she is in her 400. I think that's fair. Now, let's look at her honors. Obviously, we look at the Olympic Games. She got third in the 400 in Rio. Nice. Great. Broke 50 seconds. 4x4. She got a silver medal in Rio for the Jamaican squad. Then, if you look here, World Championships, right? This is important. Now, she ran on the 4x4 and the 4x1, right? In Doha. And she ran she ran in the 4x1 and 4x4. She got those honors there. So she got a third and she got a first. They don't go anywhere below that. I guess it's not worth them mentioning. And so on and so forth, looking at her 400s and 4x1. And they also were on that squad. Remember, Shericka Jackson put in that work against the U.S. squad in 2015. And this is what I'm going to cover in the 4x4. Man, what's up with these people hitting me up on Telegram right now? We need to get those crypto people out of here right now. So this ain't the crypto group. But anyway, so what does she have a chance against? Elaine Thompson, Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce, right? Okay, Ta Lou, she's going to get out the blocks. Watch her races. She gets out the blocks, right? She just does it. Remember in 2019, she got out the blocks on Elaine Thompson in the semifinals. It was like, oh, is that Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce? Is somebody short right there? Oh, she's only 1 inch taller. Oh, no, it's not. But it looks like Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce with the start. She was just way ahead of the rest of the field, right? That was good enough to get her in the third. That's who she's going to have to worry about. But guess what? She's already got experience with Ta Lou, right? She's already beat Ta Lou. She's got Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce, which is the superior version of Ta Lou, if we want to put it that way. If she's a better version of Ta Lou, just 1 inch shorter, and she's used to those starts. So she's not going to flinch out the starting blocks. She's not going to be nervous. So Ta Lou's out the way. Dina Asher-Smith keeps improving. That might be something, but she's going to have a huge drop in order to actually go to a win, because we're talking about Action Jackson winning. How can she win? So here's Elaine Thompson and Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce. Quite frankly, let's cut to the chase. These two are going to be her biggest opponents. Her biggest opponents. Elaine Thompson is going to have to stay focused in the final. Every time Elaine Thompson loses, we got a squad of people in every single video that says, well, she was hurt. Nike made these special shoes for her. She was sick on this one. She did this one on this one. Hey, guess what? Other people get hurt. Allison Felix got hurt and she still medaled in the 400. Remember that? Oh, because she had a toe injury. Remember Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce was hurt with a toe injury and still medaled in the 100. And then she came back. Did she not run the 200? And then she was on the 4x1, all with the toe injury. Remember, she was running through those things. So we can't just, although an Achilles heel injury is pretty darn hard to run with. I got one right now. I can tell you that is worse than my hamstring one, at least in my opinion. So with that being said, like, okay, she has these injuries. If the person gets injured, they are no longer the best, quote unquote, the best, or one of the best. Because guess what? They can't run their best. They are not there. It's part of the athlete's life cycle. They get hurt, they get injured, not always staying healthy. So in that case, if they can't perform, they can't perform. And you can't take it away from other people that are there and ready at the time. Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce came up. She was injured. She put herself on the line. Even if she didn't get medal, she was injured. Oh, well, somebody else got it. Now, Elaine Thompson also has head issues, a head case. All right. It's kind of like Okabari. I don't know what the heck happened. I had a recording about her with the British athletes calling her a disappointment. I didn't want to do that on her because I was just like, yeah, that's overkill. But Okabari could have gotten a medal before, and for whatever reason, she gets into these finals, and it's like, some people just do that. So Elaine Thompson has to keep it together. If she keeps it together, let's go over to Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce, because we could talk about both of them together. By the way, commercial break. Smash that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, if you like this channel. There we go, because we're going to come out with animated videos, track racing videos. We're going to have Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce versus Adi versus Flojo versus other people. And it's not going to be time-based because people do the shadow of Michael Johnson versus Usain Bolt. No, we're going to equalize them. If it was equalized for all of their wins, where they're ranking in the world and all of those things and statistics, and run that over and over, and we're going to get and have you guys watch that race. If you want to do that, you want to see that, smash that subscribe button, because we are going to do that, especially after we get to 10,000 subscribers. That's what I'm waiting for. So anyway, and more members. But with that being said, let's look at Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce. Do I need to list her resume right here with win? Couple of times where she didn't get a win, got second on the 4x1 relay, fourth in Daegu. Okay, whatever. You just go over that. The Diamond League wins, win after win after win after win. Sometimes she didn't get a win, whatever, right? But with that being said, she knows how to show up and win after win. So in order for Shericka Jackson to take on the might of Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce, this is what's going to have to go down. And by proxy, and Elaine Thompson that has her head on straight, okay? It has to be an Elaine Thompson that has her head on straight. And maybe she will, because there's nobody in the stands. Notice, she performs better at the Jamaican trials. It's less people in the stands usually there. And then she goes to a big stage and it goes, with the exception of the Olympics. Now, Olympic year, she might have it together. Now, that being said, in order to defeat Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce when she's healthy, guess what? How many times has she won this 100? And you notice a coincidence here? No, it's not a coincidence. It's called skill and being at the max top effort. You have to run a sub 10.8 in order to compete with this woman. She's not going to let you win that. Even over here in 2009, 10.73, 2013, 10.71, 10.76, 10.71, 10.78, 10.75. Every time she wins, it's always a sub 10.8. And some of those times she actually celebrated early, so the time could have been slightly faster. She shut it down a little bit early. I went and rewatched all of her races, and that's what I have noticed. She comes out the blocks. So if for Shericka Jackson, she's going to have to not get left behind in the blocks too bad. Everybody's going to get left. If Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce has one of her classic starts that she always seems to do in the final. So she's going to have to come right out. She's going to have to be slightly behind her. I don't think that she can get a good one like that. She's kind of like Tyson Gay right here. Tyson Gay in this aspect, where Usain Bolt had that great start. It was a great start for him in 2009. Remember that one in Berlin? And they were basically running the same speed. But because of that start in that first 25 meters, Bolt got up on Tyson Gay, and they basically stayed even, slightly getting more of an advantage later on. But they stayed even almost the entire race after that moment. And this is what's going to happen with play action. She's going to have to hit the play action button right around that 50 to 60 meter mark, 65 meters at the latest. And she's going to have to start clawing her back in. We have seen this happen to Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce. She's stronger this year. That's why Shericka Jackson has to be closer. Now we're going to go over to the 200. Once again, smash that subscribe button. Tell me if you want to be a member. Tell me if you want to see those animated videos. I'm telling you, those are trying to come. They might be 2D animation. They might be 3D. It's just going to depend on the budget. The more people that join the membership, we got now 7 people that are members that are trying to support that as we grow too. Once we get to 10,000 subscribers, I want to start dishing those things out, especially during the off season. Now, let's look at this. Let's look at Gabby Thomas, Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce, there's Shericka Jackson. Those are the top athletes. Prandini, I'm going to do a video on you, Prandini. I haven't forgot about you, but because of my American crew, they're probably not going to watch it. That's just what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm going to make a video for you though. But with that being said, now, Elaine Thompson is probably going to come out with something, right? Or she might drop out of that event. I have a feeling Elaine Thompson, she wants to go for it, but if she starts to feel a niggle or something, she's going to drop off, especially if they have her running the rounds of the 4x1. Like I said, that's going to be the biggest thing. Once we find out who's running the rounds of the 4x1, I'm going to do an updated list on this. That's what I'm going to do, an updated one before the finals of these, and say, because of that reason, this is going to be more fatigue in the legs. If Shericka Jackson's doing it, she's basically shafted herself in both the 100 and the 200. Elaine Thompson here Kira already has the Olympic titles in both of them. So, but as far as a legacy wise, I would be fighting politically if I were her to do that. But Shericka Jackson, hey, look, I'm like, hey, it's your turn. If there's such a thing. Shericka Jackson, all she got to do, all she has to do, and I think she actually has the greatest chance of beating everybody here on this list. Everybody here, as far as the times that are faster than her, I think Shericka Jackson actually has that. People are saying Shelly Ann FraserPryce. Shanae Miller-Uibo got a good chance of doing it because she's going to PR or she's going to be ready for the final. I don't doubt that at all. People are saying, oh, she hasn't broken 22. She doesn't need to. She doesn't need to. She might have lost, whatever. Now, Shericka Jackson, this is what she's going to do. Gabby Thomas is going to come down the home straightaway. She's going to come out of the curve. Actually, let me set the race up for you guys. I just wanted to show you guys Gabby Thomas. Okay, now, let me set the race up for you. We got Shericka Jackson. She's likely going to be in lane 5 or 6. Let's just say that she's in lane 6. Miller-Uibo is, let's say, in lane 7. We got Shelly Ann FraserPryce in 4 or 5. Gabby Thomas in one of those two as well. Now, this is what's going to happen. Gun goes off. We're going to have Action Jackson come out. She's going to be a little bit slower than Shelly Ann FraserPryce. She's going to beat everybody out the blocks. She's going to eat up on the field. Talu, if she makes the final, she's going to come out. She's going to be the second fastest person. And then Dina Asher-Smith, if she makes the final, all of these are if they make the final, of course. She's going to come out. She's going to have a fair start. People think the word fair means slow. I don't know what they hear because some people are like, oh, you called her slow. No. And then they're going to come out. They're going to be the starters to look for. They're going to be the starts to look for. Okay. Now, Action Jackson, right after about 30 to 40 meters, that's when she's going to start being in her momentum. She's going to eat up that curve. And this is what she's going to have to do, ideally. Gabby Thomas is going to be there. She's going to be left behind. Okay. Gabby Thomas is going to be left behind slightly. She got a 21.6, yeah. But when she gets out of that curve, actually with the less fatigue in her legs, she might not actually be left behind. Let me rephrase that. She might be right there with them, if not slightly ahead. But regardless of that, they come out of the curve right at the 100-meter mark. It's going to slingshot out of it. Shelly Ann FraserPryce is going to do her thing. She's probably ahead of the field at that moment. Most likely, she's going to be right ahead of the field or right even with them. I can't see her really being behind. Shanae Miller-Uibo is going to start focusing on the line. We're going to have Dina Asher-Smith. She's going to be wherever she is in that moment. I think she's going to be good for a 21.7-ish to a 21.8. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting because they're all really just going to be right there when they come out of that straightaway. I think Shelly Ann FraserPryce is going to be in the lead. Gabby Thomas is going to be right there close with her. I think about a meter or two behind, a meter and a half at most. No, a stride and a half behind, not a meter. And then Shericka Jackson is going to be there. Elaine Thompson, that is the big question mark. Because Elaine Thompson, I trust her a lot in the 200, a lot more than I trust her in the 100. And this is the question mark. If she's got her head screwed on straight and she's made the final, Elaine Thompson is going to be fighting for a 21.6. She might actually, because if a coach says she's in the shape of her life, right? She's going to be fighting for that 21.6, might actually go sub 21.6 in the ideal Elaine Thompson-Herah. Okay, y'all hear that right now? You hear that, Elaine Thompson haters? Right, okay. Now, with that being said, let's just give her an average performance. She's going to be in that 21.7 range. Let's give them all 21.7. Shericka Jackson is going to hit the play action button with about 60 at the latest, 45 meters to go. That's a big window of about 15 meters. She's going to go close, smash, 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 right there. She might even start at 80 meters. Because if you saw it at the Jamaican trials, all she did was pass Elaine Thompson, and then she was, all right, I shut it down. I'm not chasing after Shelly Ann FraserPryce. I shut it down. Shelly Ann FraserPryce shut it down after. She was still trying longer. We got to notice that. Go watch the video at the Jamaican trials. Shelly Ann FraserPryce was going longer. And that's what happened. She was going longer and fighting longer. Shericka Jackson shut it down early. She was holding back massively from my perspective. If she can come with that form and fitness, the same form and fitness that she was anchoring the 4x1, that she's also ran on that 4x4, oh my goodness, it's going to be blowout. All right, guys, crypto guys, let me finish my video. Now, what do you guys think? I say Shericka Jackson takes the gold. I don't know, like I said, Gabby Thomas, if she can reproduce that finish, the time, I'm not questioning the time. You guys got to hear me. Not questioning the time. Can Gabby Thomas do that monster finish that she did? And whether she could do that or not, I think Shericka Jackson got it up in her legs, and she's going to do that boom finish right there. Now, Marie-Josee Talu, okay? She's going to probably, like what she did the other time, she stayed with Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce the entire time and passed her up. Fraser-Price's weaker event is still the 200. But Fraser-Pryce is ready. Unless Talu comes up with a PR, she ain't going to be there near him. She might actually be one of the people that gets left at about 120 meters to go when the rest of the field start going. Talu just ain't going to have it. Even Dina Asher-Smith, she might get slightly left behind. Depending on Miller-Uibo's fitness here, I trust her more in the 400 than I do with the 200, to be honest. So depending on how that goes and how those rounds go on the pounding on their legs at about 120 to 130 meters to go, some of those people are getting left. Talu, you just falling off. I'm sorry. You know how to finish second to them, but you finished second to so many of them this year that if you add them all up together, you're finishing like fifth. That's why I see a fifth or worse. If in under ideal circumstances. Elaine Thompson-Herah, hear me right now. You got to be on your game. Shericka Jackson is coming, and she's coming for that gold. That's why I see her in the 200. I see her taking gold at worst. I see her taking silver. If she gets worse than silver, she's underperforming or she's fatigued from the 4x1. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? I say that she is my personal favorite. And when I say personal favorite, that's from analysis to win the 200. This is before I see the 100. Now, if the 100 final goes off and then Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce blazes a sub 10.6, I'm just going to be like, rest in peace, everybody else. They ain't got a freaking prayer or hope in the planet to beat Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce at that moment. If she runs a 10.6 anything and nobody else does, or she runs a sub 10.6, ain't nobody got a chance. Shericka Jackson can't hope or pray, can't bless anything. She can't be like, well, God's plan is, nope, God's plan, you lost. That's what's going to happen. So with that being said, other than that scenario, Shericka Jackson is my favorite to get the gold. At worst case scenario, silver. And I think it's going to be between Fraser-Pryce and Jackson for that gold medal. Thomas, she's going to be up in there. Thompson-Herah, if she get an ideal situation, she's blazing them all. She's blazing them all because I think she's got the greatest potential based on her PR in the 100, greatest potential to get the fastest time out of the 200. Out of every athlete that could potentially make this final, she's got the greatest potential right now on paper to have the fastest one, faster than Gabby Thomas. Yes, even though she kind of celebrated early, she's got a greater potential than Gabby Thomas. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, disagree, dislike. Hey, whichever one, let me know.